Hello viewers, today we talk about how scientists find gas linked to life in atmosphere of Venus. So let's start. Traces of a pungent gas that waft through the clouds of Venus may be emanations from aerial organisms, microbial life, but not as we know it. Astronomers detected phosphine 30 miles up in the planet's atmosphere and have failed to identify a process other than life that could account for its presence. The discovery raises the possibility that life gained a foothold on Earth's inner neighbor and remnants clung on or floated on at least as Venus suffered runaway global warming that made the planet hellish. For 2 billion years, Venus was temperate and harbored on oceans, but today a dense carbon dioxide atmosphere blanket a near waterless surface where temperature top 450 degrees centigrade. The clouds in the sky are hardly involved, containing droplets of 90% sulfuric acid. The conditions on Venus are so deeply unpleasant that many scientists believe in the planet is dead, rather than coming from floating Venusians that suspected phosphine arise from more mundane process. It's completely starting to say life could survive surrounded by so much sulfuric acid, said Professor Jane Graves, an astronomer at Cardiff University, leader of the team who made the discovery. But all the geological and photochemical routes we can think of are far too underproductive to make the phosphine we see on Earth. Phosphine gas is released by microbes in oxygen-starved environments such as lakes, sediments, and animals' innards. Other production routes are so extreme, the bellies of Jupiter and Saturn, that on rocky planets phosphine is considered a marker of life. As a test run for searching of life beyond Earth, Graves observed Venus in 2017 with the James Clerk Maxwell Telescope in Hawaii, and in 219 with the ALMA Telescope in Chile. Both revealed the signature of phosphine in the upper cloud deck of Venus. Graves first spotted the phosphine signal late one day in December 2018 as she was about to leave work. There was not anyone to talk to, and I remember thinking the best way to celebrate was to make a curry. So I drove off to Sainsbury's, she said. The observation point to trace levels of phosphine about 20 molecules per billion at least 30 miles high in the Venusian sky. Most appears at the mild latitude with none detected at the poles, the scientists report in the Nature Astronomy. While the phosphine may come from a mysterious new source, the researcher calculation roll out known chemistry and show that volcanoes, lightning, and micrometeoroids would all create too little. The rates of production are so small and the rates of destruction great enough that you had have 1,000 times too little, said Paul Rimmer, an astrochemist on the team at the University of Cambridge. To generate the amount of phosphine observed, Earth microbes would need to work at only 10% of their maximum productivity, the scientists say. Sarah Sager, a planetary scientist on this study at MIT in the US, called the finding mind-boggling. She hypothesized a life cycle for Venus's microbes that rain down, dry out, are swept back up to more temperature altitudes by current in the atmosphere. Charles Cockell, an astrobiologist at the University of Edinburgh, said that rather than hinting at life on Venus, the work raises questions about phosphine as a biomarker. A biological explanation would always be the explanation of last resort, and there are good reasons to think the Venusian clouds are dead. The concentration of sulfuric acid in those clouds are more extreme than any known habit on Earth, he said. Lewis Dartnell, as astronomist at the University of Westminster, said the findings would spur more work. This is huge opportunity for follow-on observation from Earth-based telescope and ideally to scrutinize these droplets in the Venusian atmosphere with a balloon probe drifting through the acidic clouds.